Sagittarius, I don't know if there's something wrong with my eye. This eye keeps coming up where there's like, I don't know if there's something wrong with my eye or I can't see properly. I don't know. I was just about to turn on the camera and it seemed quite foggy here. It could be clouds of smoke, could be stopping smoking or you are vaping. But then this eye came up again through the reading that I did yesterday and the day before. I kept saying someone might have something wrong with their eye, or it's like clouding over or something like that on the name Claudia or Clouder. Clam chowder. Some of you could be on a diet or you're eating, like looking at dietary supplements and stuff like this, and like clam chowder. Clams, clammy. Some of you might be a bit clammy and you're like very... I'm picking up someone that might be taking a lot of tablets or something and it's making you dry. I mean, it depends where the fuck you are dry, Sagittarius. But like... it could be Gandhi's flip-flop maybe, but like, I don't know, like I'm very dry at the moment and clammy. Like, I mean, it could be like that you're just drooling and you're like, oh God, I could really eat that at the moment. And you're like, oh, look at that burger. Like, unless someone's drooling over you or you're drooling over someone, you're like, oh, Homer Simpson. Like, something is in my eye. Something about this eye. I don't know what eye of the tiger? Is it something around Leo? Okay, that you got an eye on a Leo, say, listen, I've got my eye on you. I'm telling you, I've got my eye on you. Or eye on my iron levels. So some of you, it might be something that's going on with you where you're kind of like monitoring. This came up again, like I have a monitor that's strapped to my arm. I think it's the same message as Sagittarius. If you've watched me, you know I channel for a little bit. Then we are going to do your tarot, which is hidden. What is hidden in your environment that's kind of happening around in your environment. The camera will go down and then I can show you. And then we're going to do a Karma and a Dharma reading showing you from the left to the right of what might be taken and what might be given. Okay. But yeah, like the messages are kind of the same relating to a lot of the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Don't forget that oh, sorry if I have to keep going through this. That I read in numerology, meaning that Sagittarius is a 5, so you can watch it as Life Path 5 Sagittarian. And then there's also, you can watch it as Taurus as well, because Taurus is also a major kind of 5, meaning if you're a Sag and you're like, well, Steve, I ain't got no Taurus in my chart whatsoever, but can I watch Taurus readings? Yes, because we look for the numerology of 5. They're both major arcana 5s, right? So you'll see the same sequences coming up. If you followed me for a while, you know that that works. Kim Tasia, Kim Possible. Is it possible? There is this impossible mission that it's kind of like that you want to, like something that's there and it's like, okay, I need to work more towards my goals. And there's a mission, right? Now it could be missionary that you might be doing or like homeless. Like it might be something to do with around your home. Okay, going to a mission. Okay, or oh, okay, in remission, I'm hearing. Okay, so there might be someone that could be suffering through cancer or they're getting over some sort of illness. It could just be like illness, but it could be cancer. But like I'm going into remission, okay? And if it isn't anything to do with like an illness or maybe signs of someone having cancer and I'm going into remission, I think that's what they call that as a term, right? Into remission. Intermittent okay, you could also be intermittent fasting as well for a lot of you. So you really could be like looking after your health, supplements, iron levels, buying like I've got shitloads of them all over the place. In fact, I haven't actually took my tablets this morning, so it's kind of reminded me to do it. But it could be supplements, iron levels, like, you know, keto. You could be on keto diet, or this person is, and you're like intermittent fasting and all of these kind of things, and you're kind of like looking after your health and all food group sort of like stuff, you know, researching or doing what's good for me, what's bad for me, what can I eat, what can I not eat. It could be like Jim, going to the gym, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jackie's son, right, Jackson Tao, maybe someone from China, maybe, or you could be eating fish. It could be wasabi. It could be a very hot looking fish. You could be actually eating fish. I eat this every day. I have, I forget what they call them, like the really oily, not kippers, what are they called? Oh, I don't know. They come in a packet and they're quite long, okay, and they're kind of ready to eat, and or you can like fry them in a steamer, okay. But anyway, so like fish oils, fish oil, cod liver oil, fish oil, or you could just be like seeing a fish, right? A Piscean for a lot of you, okay, or a Life Path 3 or a Pisces, right? And there's like this mission that you're on, like, okay, I've been set a task and I've got to do this, like I've got like a deadline to get things done, okay, or unless your name's Putchy, You could be from Australia, right? But like, I've got a deadline, okay? And I've got to stick to my deadline. Or there is an actual dead lion. So is that someone that died that is a Leo that could be around, okay? Or is it a Leo that's really suffering through something at the moment, okay? That might have something to do with around being in remission of cancer or something, okay? What are other messages that we've got for Sagittarius 4? You could be dealing with a life path 4 Scorpio or Aries. Sagittarius, before we get on with their reading, spirit, anything. Thing, if I say thing, you say Stephen King. Could be dealing with Stephen, myself. But I do have Sag in the first house of Neptune. Any of you got Sag in the first house of Neptune? Ooh, 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 Neptune crew. Sagittarius, what have they got? Food, fish, eating more healthily, gym, working out, walking, possible. Kim, hello Kim. An impossible mission. It's kind of like this something being like, it's impossible for me to be able to do this. Like I want to do it, but it's impossible for me to do it. I'm also hearing a wonder about a fish, Pisces. And it's kind of like, is this going to be possible in the future? It's like this too, like a Libra energy, right? And like, I don't know what to do. Should I do this or should I do that? Can I do this? Is it possible or not? Now it could be moving, traveling, like it's just like this. I really don't know what to do. It's kind of like you're suspended in fucking animation around like a Pisces vibe. Like I'm just stuck. Like I am completely and utterly stuck here. Like bored to shit, stuck, don't know what to do with myself, fed up, frustrated, nothing seems to be happening in my life, and what do? Move. If you are bored shit and you are getting triggered and mirrored everywhere, a place that you live holds negative energy. It does. A place that you live, fish maybe, right? But like the place that you live has negative energy around it, right? People are around where you are. If they're very negative, and the ground that you live on is very negative and you can't seem to get away from it, what have you got to do? Move. If your job is really fucking crap and shit and you're like, oh God, I hate these people, what do? Find another job. I can't stand my partner, what do? Find another partner or an apartment, okay? So it might be having something to do with around moving, and it's kind of coming up in your mind, and you're kind of like, oh, doing like a left and a right kind of, you might even be dating, swiping left and swiping right. I'm definitely picking up on a big energy of possible Libra here, right? Like, what do? Do I choose this person? Do I choose that person? Or do I stay where I am and move? Like, what do I, like, just, like, I can't get through to your energy, Sagittarius, because I feel that what your message that Spirit's trying to tell you is, well, it's one, to make your fucking mind up, right? But like, I don't know, I keep picking up like confusion. Transfusion, transsexual maybe, I don't know what gender I am. I don't really know where I am, like lost, Virgo, life path 9. I don't quite know where I belong. Like I definitely do not, Steph, Jeff, Steve, Sarah, but I definitely don't feel like I belong here where I am, okay? And it feels like this urge to like, just get out, just like, oh, I just want to go, like I just want to, but I just want to let them go. Like it's kind of like here, right, for instance, right, and they're there, and you're like, these things are actually really getting on my nerves, and I just need to just let them out and just relax, right? Probably isn't that, but it's like that restrictive energy of like, I'm just going to have to let these puppies go. Now, oh, okay. So is it something to do with around a dog or a cat letting them go? What is that? Because I'm hearing these, right? But then I'm hearing I'm just going to have to let these puppies go. So Steve would. He would more than likely go down the dirty road, but we're going to try and stop that down the dirt track, right? We're not going up that track, Sagittarius, unless you want someone to. Unless it's like I'm going to let it go on a track. Some of you might be mixing or mastering, or you could be doing what I do, like Angel Radio, mixing, mastering, making a new beat and a track, okay? But then I'm also hearing like track and field, of something to do around running, Sheffield, Britain, Brian, Bristol, Birmingham, 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 I want to be from Birmingham. Or like painter, man, I want to paint, man, I just want to paint. Okay, man, I need a pen now. It's like you got two messages here. One, I really don't want to work. I just want to kind of do what I want to do, like something that I enjoy, painting, arts, crafts, mixing, mastering, music. I just want to do that, but I can't. Right? I ain't got time, or like I need to pay the bills, right? Stuff like that. You've got an energy here of a track also, like a dog race, like track and field, right? Or, I don't know, going running or something, right? Running up that hole, running up that bill. Okay, so some of you might be running up a big tab, and you're kind of like, fuck, this bill is running up, like the electrics, like everything is running up and everything, and it's like, oh God, I can't ring up everything in my head. Ring up means I need to tally everything, tally, Ali, Cat, Alison, but I need to tally everything up in my head, and it's driving me crazy with all these numbers. It's kind of like, fucking hell, the water rates, the electric bill, this is kind of here now, this is here, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening. And by the time I tally all these numbers up in my head, I'm like, fuck, I've just come out with a question mark. Like, I don't fucking know, bro. Like, I don't know what to do, right? So it might be where someone's in debt. A Deb or Debbie, but like, or Danielle, you right, Danielle? But like, I'm in debt, right? And I just don't know what to do with all of these things that are kind of floating around in my head at the moment. I've got too much on. I've got the bills. I've got this to pay. I've got that to pay. I could be in debt a certain way. You could even be like a single mother, and you've got it's just like then it's another thing, and right. I'm just about to lose my shit as a Sagittarius, and the next motherfucker stands in line. You're getting it, right? So it feels like I'm slowly losing my temper with all of these things that are kind of floating around in my head, and I don't know what to do with them. Okay, so any of you on a spiritual psychic journey that have gone fucking crazy, if you're a lunatic empath, run that way. Okay, but like, yeah, oh my God, I'm spiritual, I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things, and I don't know what to do with it. Okay, an awakening, yay! Is it as good as everyone said, Steve? No. Is it terrible? Yes. How long does it last? 10 years. Get used to it. Is an awakening for a week? No. How long am I going to be feeling crazy? A long time. Yeah. 17 years I've been doing this shit. Do I look fucking normal Sagittarian? No, baby, I don't. Right? Well, I do now. I'm a well-balanced, educated motherfucker now. But it takes a long time to get there, okay? Stabilise your energy and feel very balanced and melodic, okay? So, something about letting this dog go, okay? Now, it might be a physical Leo or an animal, but it's kind of like this track and field, and I'm going to have to let these puppies go. So I don't know if it's something to do around a physical animal, okay, and I don't know how to, like, uncage the beast or something. Like, I don't know how to unlock the Kraken. Some of you just want to get your crack out, and you're like, what the fuck? Now, what kind of crack is that? Is there a drug addiction here or anything like that? Or is it this crack? I just don't know. It's up to you. But I keep hearing I'm just going to let these puppies go. That could be a dog. And then I just heard I'm just going to have to let the crack go. So is it someone that's like, I don't know, smoking crystal meth or crack or whichever way around it is? But I'm just going to have to let it go, stop taking drugs anymore. Okay, so you could be like itching and burning, and you're kind of like, oh. I mean, everybody keeps saying that Steve looks like Lewis Capaldi, bruv. I don't look like Lewis Capaldi, Dave. Does he sound like me? I wish I could sound like him. Right, I might have the same sort of hair barnet, bruv, but I don't think I look like Lewis, unless your name is Lewis. But did anybody else out there know that Lewis Capaldi has Tourette syndrome? Did you know that Lewis Capaldi has Tourette's? He does this, okay, and he's getting quite bad with it now. And he's got like nerves and whatnot, and he starts off and he's kind of jittering and whatnot. So someone here could have like Alzheimer's. You could work for a place about Alzheimer's, or you've got like a nerve or something, and it's kind of like a twitch. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to make this noise. Right, it is part of ADD for me, like ADD, but that's kind of a bit like Tourette's. And then later on in life, I used to do that for some strange fucking reason, Sagittarius. I used to do that, and I was addicted to doing it, and I couldn't stop doing it, right? And it's like this nervous type sort of, like this nervous thing that I've kind of got going on that might be like me feeling anxious. Like you could have anxiety or you're anxious about something, and it's causing the body to react in certain ways of reaction. Okay, I'm also hearing Jackson 5 or Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, or even like a reaction to something that you could be taking or not taking. Okay, like the body is reacting in certain ways. Now I'm also hearing radioactive, so there might be someone that might be in remission here from cancer or something. Okay, so I hope that you're okay. Oh, Bonnie. Oh, okay. Hope you're okay. Okay. Sorry. Never mind that one, because I think Bonnie Tyler came up. Wee Bonnie lass. There's this energy of possible remission here is really what I keep picking up, is remission energy. And then I keep picking up like maybe skin, like the skin flaring up, maybe to do with acne, or I don't know, some sort of like body functional, like body dysmorphia. That's something, is it? Body dysmorphia? I'm also hearing morphine. So that is like, okay, there really is someone in remission here. But morphine linked to heroin, or whichever way around it is, could be detoxing, could be from Utoxeter maybe. Detoxing, depending on what drug. Morphine wouldn't be given to anybody, like, because that's like heroin, right? So if you was coming off heroin, it wouldn't be morphine they would give you. It would probably be Subutex. Subutex is one of the best inventions of drugs that they came out with. I don't know whereabouts else it was, but in the UK a long time ago. For ex-addicts of morphine or heroin, Subutex is one of the best, because it's a blocker, so you can't use either way. It gives you a high, but you can also come down off it per mil. So it's like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Every other day they take out 0.1. You might even work in a rehab, right? But like 0.1 they take out all the time, and then you detox over a very long period of time, and before you know it, you've not experienced any illness whatsoever, and bam, you are back to life. And it's probably, you can do it over the span of like a year and a half is what we used to give addicts. For like 2 years you can do it, right? And then like you've built your life up as a progression of like, okay, my life is really changing now because it's a blocker. I'm not ill. I'm not, worrying about being ill. And then, so there could be a lot of you guys out there that might be suffering through this kind of stuff here, or you might do it for a living. You could do it for Lithuania, Poland. Okay. Someone could be smoking crack or taking cocaine. Sorry, because all of a sudden I felt like the urge to like that, and I thought, oh, it's me, and then it was a message. Sorry. So there's energies of like maybe drugs here for someone that could be, I don't know, it could be something that's making me high. Okay, high. Okay. Some of you could have ADD like myself, but I don't get medicated for ADD. I don't need medication for ADD. I actually enjoy it. I don't subscribe to taking medication for an illness. I believe Alexa, stop. Sorry, I did have an eye test, but I'm not going because my eyes are fine. But like, yeah, I don't agree with taking drugs for ADD. But I don't believe that I have it really bad if I do. My ex used to tell me I was schizophrenic, paranoid. Then it was depressed. Then it was multiple personality disorder. Then it was ADD. And then since I've been single, I really haven't experienced any kind of mental illness at all. And I think I'm quite well balanced when it comes to I have a Gemini moon. I have 3 placements of Gemini. So I'm a bit of a multitasking person anyway. Okay. But there could be a Gemini energy here, okay, or Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, Gemini. What else am I feeling for you, Sagittarius? So there's an energy here of wellness, like illness, wellness, illness. I always put that down to like anybody that's like Life Path 9 or Virgo, right? Because I have 3 placements of Virgo as well, right? But if you have Virgo placements, right, or you're a life path 9, right, that's always my fucking, you know, searching and researching for energy, like bad relationship karmic energy, and always looking for that one clue that I need to keep looking for that takes me down the rabbit hole of like I'm searching and researching and I'm going down the rabbit hole. But you have to snap the fuck out of that and stop doing that energy there, because that, like, my yearly number this year is a 9, believe it or not, right? My yearly number. So what have you guys seen me do? Talk about this, my diet being up and down, yo-yo dieting, sleeping, sleep deprived, sleep apnea. Decided to take loads of fucking supplements and God knows what else. Researching the carnivore diet, researching the keto diet. What diet's good? All of that started for me in my my year of 9. Okay, so that's, y'all got to follow your yearly number. It's so important if you don't know about it, right? So it feels like this testing the ground, right? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Come in, Norton, come in. Someone's calling someone. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Some of you might believe in the 1212. There's someone up in the clouds crew. Tinfoil hat, twat flame and a tinfoil hat crew. Nanu. Some of you might be putting on a tinfoil hat trying to protect yourself from gamma rays. Gamma ray, Raya, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan. I've got no idea where that's going. Bradford, Bradley, Bradley. Please tell me your name is Bradley. Keep picking up like, it sounds like having a stroke. What is that? Different stroke? Having a stroke or had a stroke? Is that a deceased loved one? Someone's got a twitch. Sorry. Well, I can kind of feel it. Like, I've got a friend, an old friend called Jai Ewan. You alright, Jai Ewan, if you're watching? He's got this he's got this twitch. And it's like, he does, yeah. It does this, right? And because I was picking that up of like someone that's got like this twitch or this nervous kind of like avoidant energy of like, you know, just sort of right. So I don't know what that is for any of you out there. Bless your heart. I hope you haven't, because they are quite difficult to deal with if it is like Tourette's, or it's like a twitch, or like a nervous kind of like reaction that you might be having to something here, or, you know, you're trying to get rid of this habit that you've got that could either relate to drugs, alcohol, or I do something repetitively and I'm trying not to do that. Like, I'm trying not to think about that. Okay. Sagittarius. So let's call it for that. Sagittarius. So let's go down on me, bruv. You all right? So let's go down now, Dave. Right? You could be called David. Yeah, me mate. Robin. Robert, I'm going back to the gym with me personal trainer called Rob, Sagittarian. And one of my other best friends, Mel, which is an Aries. They're both married. So yeah, the track and field part of running or something like that is kind of coming up for you guys. But I'm running up that hole, running up that bill. So, Placebo is the best version of that, I believe, that song. But some of you will say the chick, right? But Placebo, I believe, did the best version of that song. So, let's see. Anything that Sagittarius should be aware of in their environment, please. So we've got You Let Me Down. Ooh, you let me down, or shall I put it down, is what I'm hearing for some reason. Should I let it down, or should I put it down? Or is it Steve? Okay, if I say it, you say 1, 2, 3. It might be a Pisces called Steve sitting on a tree. But like, you let me down. But it could also be, shall I put it down for some reason? I don't know why you would put a person down, or is it an animal? But you let me down. Sagittarius, what have they got going on in their environment that they should be aware of, please? I see life differently now, and I am completely and utterly transformed and changed, and I see things completely different. But you did let me down in the past. Will you let me down again if I was to... It's kind of like somebody asked someone here something. I'm sorry if you can't see very well because this light here. Okay, but like someone asked someone something in the past, right? Oh, fuck off. Someone asked someone in the past something from Asker from Alaska or Askham House, right? But like you let me down once in the past, but would you do that again if I was to take this chance, right? Now it might be reconciliation for some of you of the past, or it might be something that's going on where you're like, well, you did let me down once before, but will you do it again? So it's like this cautious energy. So let's see, Sagittarius in their environment, what should they be aware of? So I feel so drawn towards you. Okay, so that might be your love life. There might be someone that's really drawn towards, I don't know, man, whatever it is about someone that, because it's a little bit like this mysterious energy or mystique. But like this mysterious energy of like, I'm very curious because I want to get to know you more, okay? But yeah, I feel so drawn towards you and I see life completely differently than what it was before. So I'm really not, you know, it's kind of like no force, no pressure, right? Luke Skywalker, but like, or Luke in the Book, or someone from up north, okay? Hey, you're right there, Terry. Could be from fucking Birkenhead or whichever way it is from up Manchester, okay? Or Liverpool. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be calling me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Oh, God, I've got the feel of Novocaine running down my throat. What is that? Rolling Novocaine. It could be Leo, but Kings of Leon, but like Novocaine. So that's like cocaine. Is it Eric Clapton or Layla? Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. I feel so drawn towards you though. Sagittarius, what have they got coming up, please? They should be aware of. I am in a committed relationship. Dump the person, move on. Okay, if you ever come across someone that's in a committed relationship, dump their ass and move on, Sagittarius. It's much quicker and it's much easier. Why people, well, I don't know. I mean, you could be really drawn towards someone that's already committed. Okay. Oh, why I'm also hearing that committed suicide. How the fuck and how can you be in love with someone that committed suicide? Okay, so is there an energy here of someone that's grieving the loss of a loved one, like a married person that was at one point, and they're just not interested in any other relationship because they lost the other part of their swan? Okay. Why do I get this feeling that there is something that is hidden here about someone being in a relationship, and then this energy here feels really drawn towards someone not knowing that they're actually in one? Because why would you be drawn towards a person that's committed in a relationship? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't give a fuck, me, because I'd be out like mustard. But I don't know. People do that sort of stuff, I suppose. Well, we're not going to do that because we're doing your karmic reading, but we will put these up here. And now we're going to do your karma and dharma reading from left to right. And then I'll give you whatever kind of stories that I can. So we're looking at Sagittarius, please, Spirit. And show me anything karmic that is going on with Sagittarius on a karmic level that they need to be aware of, that is going on with them karmically for Sagittarius. So you've got communication, well, you've got 2 8s. Okay, so karmically what's going on, that there should be communication and someone's being pulled and drawn towards someone, but they just don't know whether this offer is going to be accepted by the person or not, because they actually don't know or are completely unaware that someone could already be in a committed relationship already, and that might be why someone's really not showing that much signs of interest of being in a relationship, because they probably don't know that someone is already speaking to another person, maybe. Okay, so you've kind of got that because you've got someone karmically on this energy that could be a past energy. Okay, but me, I want to teach you more about physical than metaphysical, right? Because metaphysical can drive you crazy if I'm doing a general tarot card reading for you and you believe more in the metaphysics than the physics. Me, being a life path 7, I have to snap out of that bollocks, right? And it took me a long time to be able to wake the fuck up, stop living in karmic illusion of like, well, it's an energy. No. Like, what is right in front of my eyes? Is it someone or not? Okay. If it's there, great. If it isn't, it's an energy, disregard it, right? Move on. But 8 and 8 means that I really want to come towards someone, but I don't know if they're going to accept an offer if I was to put an offer in, right? Now, because those energies here mean I feel so drawn towards you that could be an X, okay? There's the energy. I feel so drawn towards you. But the last card out was I am in a committed relationship. Okay. So we'll see how that plays out now with the energy of Dharma. Now you can still, take whichever way you go, but don't disregard an energy that's winning because they're ascending you, because this can be a descending energy. And this energy here can be an ascending energy. And if you hate and blame on this side for having things that they're rewarded karmically, okay, that's not fair, okay, because that's what is owed karmically to a person that's receiving this time around, whether you believe in past life or whichever way around it is, right? So Sagittarius, show me within their reading, who is it that is connected to them that is receiving the energy of Dharma? Okay, the good luck energy of Dharma, what is it that for Sagittarius? So you've got the Queen of Cups, you've got the 7 of Cups, which is that metaphysical energy I was sort of saying, and then the Knight of Cups. So where does this energy fit in where it says I am in a committed relationship? Well, not within this part of the reading that I can see at the moment here. So what you've got is communication that is presently going on with a Leo Aquarian placement. Place, if I say place, you say 1, 2, 3. Could be a life path 3 or a Pisces. Bam, there's that. So someone definitely, Steph, Jeff, Steve, Sarah, someone definitely is communicating with someone here. That's 100% given, right? Whether this is poppycock nonsense bollocks and it's just a card or not, I don't know. Don't lose your mind. But if someone isn't showing you any signs of interest at all whatsoever, then that's probably because they are talking to someone, right? Because don't forget, no matter who it is that you cross-watch or watch for, if they're really not showing you much interest, that could be that they're in this reading with a Life Path 5, a Sag or a Taurus placement, or the other person that they're talking to is, and you're watching this as a cross-watch energy thinking, well, why does this person really not spend much time talking to me? Probably because they're talking to this person, right? Unless you see the depth of the vision of what I'm trying to tell you there, okay? So there are 2 people that are definitely talking here on a spiritual and energy of level of someone that is at a distance. This is an energy of traveling and distance. This is an energy of traveling and distance. And this is opening up, hopefully, to a energy that is this side, because it even matches here. Okay, it's an energy that matches the vibration of this one because they're talking. Now, like I said, if you are not talking and someone's not bothered at all, stop doing it, right? Stop doing it. Because, like I said, sometimes mysterious energy, mysterious girl, I want to make love to you. Okay, being a little bit mysterious instead of just laying your fucking undying love straight onto a stranger, it could be a little bit like, ooh, right? So for the energy of karma for Sagittarius, tell me more about this 8 of Wands, please. Oh, this one come flying out. So some of you might be wanting to go forward in this energy, but work life at the moment could be a bit more like park life, right? I need to cut down on my pork rind, mate, and get some exercise. So I need to pick up my shit and get going, right? So it might be where the energy of travel or movement is on the cards here, where it's being spoke of is either work or movement. Like you need to get moving, you need to start doing something to go towards this energy, right? Put some effort in towards the energy. But it could be there, but 10 of Wands can be my work life. My working is like, you know, I'm working a lot all of the time, right? I want to get high all the time. So what's the 8 of Cups on the karmic side of things for Sagittarian? King of Cups. Damn, push it. King and the Queen of Cups. So if you are not dealing with someone that's already dealing with someone, okay, you will know that because they will want to get to know you on a more of a deep vibe level. You got to trust the person that you're communicating with. Now you can ask certain questions like that if it's not platonic or a gin and tonic, Jave, okay, but like you should be with someone, right? You should actually be with someone, okay? Now, if you're not actually with someone and you're interested in someone and they already are, like I said, there is that cross comparison of the King and the Queen. Now, because we're doing karmic and Dharma energies, whether anything comes up in life of being karmic, this can mean that it requires travel from one to get to the other one, okay? If you are not living together, this Queen is on the opposite end of the hemisphere of this King, right? But they could be the same energies. It's kind of like trying to come together. Okay. So what is this 4 of Cups here for, well, Sag, Taurus or Life Path 5. But what is this 4 of Cups here on the karmic side of things? It's there. The opportunity. It's like, right, you know what I want. Okay. What I want is you. All I want is you. The alarm, right? All I want is you, no one else. All I want is you. 'Cause someone better hit the alarm, set it off. So yeah, that is Athlete. Okay, by Athlete. I don't want no one else. All I want is you. Okay, so I see life differently now, but you let me down in the past, but will you again? I don't know if they're making any sense, those ones there, because the cards here are not really showing much, but there's an energy of you guys matching up vibrationally here with someone that you could really be vibing well with, because you're coming up as the energy of emotional energy, like providing each other with the emotional outlet that you can give to the other person to make them feel loved and wanted, secured energy, okay? So that's how you're matching at the moment with the person that you are more than likely talking to here, Sagittarius, Taurus or Life Path 5. So what is the Queen of Cups? Show me why the Queen of Cups is here on the Dharma side of things. Because your Dharma is the reward of the Queen. That is your counterpart. That is what you've been given in what you've manifested. Well, it's a preordained destiny, Dave. Like, you can't manifest things in your life because it's preordained. But you believe me or you don't, it's up to you. But the hands of time and the hands of fate prevail an energy of what happens within time of astrology. Okay, because the Milky Way moves around in the energy of the snowflake, which means that it multiplies within time. So it means that an energy of love multiplies in time like grease fucking lightning, Dave, right? So, like, it multiplies. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. 'Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. You better wake up, 'cause I'm seeing a twat flame, and my heart is set on you. You better wake up, 'cause I'm seeing aliens. You better twat up, 'cause I need some foil to put on my head, 'cause I'm seeing things. This person on this side could have children. They could have children, right? And that is what they're taking into consideration before they jump straight in the deep end, is the fact that they could be a single mother. You know, I'm a single mum, okay, and I need to think about my children as well as just myself, right? Now, that can be an energy of like fearing being let down and told no, because there is an energy here that does say, I am in a committed relationship already, okay? But that is an energy of like, do I know that? Have I asked that person yet? But the Page of Pentacles in reverse can mean someone that isn't asking the question of, or I've already asked you that and I've put it out and you know, so it's really down to you to ask me. It could be one of those, right? Like I haven't asked you, you haven't asked me, and no one's really asked each other out, as in like, are we actually in a relationship, Dave, or what? Yeah, right. What's the Seven of Cups for on the Dharma side of things for Sagittarius? Virgo, Libra, standing there with their balls in their hand, Dave. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel slightly discombobulated and lost. It's kind of like this person here is kind of coming across that they are actually in a relationship. Because they might be, but it's very confusing because it's kind of like, have you got options? Like, are you with someone? Do you want to be with this person or not? Like, you know, are you in a committed relationship or are you not? Like, it's that, I don't really know, because this can be, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Like, it's like a metaphysical connection of a connection that I've got with someone, okay, but I might not know them well enough yet in order to be able to have asked them those kind of questions. Because it's more of a confused energy. Now, don't forget, right, if you are a Sagittarius watching this, right, you're Sagittarius, Taurus, or Life Path 5, because the amount of sequences that can run through numerology, a Vedic or your chart, or even like the first house like me, and also the 7th house of Taurus, right, well, on the cusp of Gemini, y'all can still be like this side and this side at the same energy, right? Because this is what you could be thinking about one another, not really knowing where you are. The Knight of Cups. The King of Pentacles, oh, and Libra. So you got the King of Pentacles and you got a Libra Life Path 2 energy here that may be interested in this side, but they could have another person, which could be this king. This could be like maybe a guy that is interested in the female energy of what's this side, but this female already has a king here in mind of what she's talking to, or he is, right? Because it does say I'm already in a committed relationship. Now, if this person isn't, it can still come up because it's just a card, Dave, that says I'm in a committed relationship, right? Because I can't really see much heartbreak here, not really, not like an obsessed fucking, you know, drooling like a fuck fridge, but there's an energy here of desire, because this is like, I've got choices and I do have options, right? I do have them, but I just don't quite know, like I can get more of an emotional outlet of this person, or I could get more of a stable energy of a father figure from this energy, but it could could still be the same person, right? Could still be the same person. But the only thing that throws this whole thing off is it does say, I am in a committed relationship. Right. There. Now, let's see. So, as a rewarding energy, if this person is single and this person is single, and there isn't really much, because if you're single, saying that, are we in a relationship committed, you've got to get to know someone first, right? So if they're new, it's kind of like this unknown energy. The Unknown Soldier, Jim Morrison, okay? But like, if this is one guy, there's a stable energy that someone could be really emotionally connecting with someone, and they could end up being like a really decent father figure for one's child here. Because if someone does have children, they could come up as a very stable energy of what the female is looking for. Okay, is a stable individual with their emotions and feelings, and also work and money. Okay, so it makes a person more think. Now, if there is two energies of people, this energy here is contemplating and thinking, well, what do I do? Because I've found this person, but then all of a sudden I also found this person that came along, and now it's kind of making me think, what is good for me? Because I'm looking at options, I'm kind of keeping my options open, but because I am Ocean's 11, that could be maybe a Libra, if this person here doesn't have a person and they're not really coming up as I'm in a committed relationship already, then, like I said, this could be that energy here. But me, I don't know. For advice for you guys, I would just start talking. But because you can always normally get a vibe from a person if they're interested. Okay. But use your intuition here. Or ask, like I said, or ask. If you don't know and you really want to go out with someone, ask them, right? But you might get that energy of love. I'm seeing someone. Right. I love to love you. Ooh, love to love you, babe. Ooh, love to love you, babe. Ooh, love to love you, babe. Ah, na, 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 na. Where's that come from? I don't know what that song is. I don't think I've ever heard that one. Oh, la, da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. Love to love you, babe. Anyway, there you go, guys. So thanks very much. I hope you like this. If you do like these, please make sure you tell me in the comments section. And then please smash that like button, Sagittarius. Okay, so Steve also does need to earn some money because unfortunately YouTube doesn't quite pay enough. So what are we doing now is we are doing these, but it might change at some point and I might do these over on Patreon. But at the moment, your Patreon full table spread will tell you what is going to happen throughout your week or more, because it could be 2 weeks. Okay, because they're full table card spreads, all clarified. So this could be telling you what's present, and then the energy of what's coming up from this energy is also the same or different kind of messages, but also mixed. Okay, so if you want that full weekly reading, that is over on Patreon. You'll need the silver or the gold tier below for Patreon. Okay. If you want to join the join button and you can't really afford much, then the join button offers you when you, I don't know if I'm going to keep telling people this, I channel deceased loved ones and I also give tarot readings and God knows what else. So you can join the button, but I go live and normally that's when people join. So I do messages from the dead and God knows what else, and I channel your auntie, uncle, brother, sister, but one person per person, not like I've lost 15 people in my life and here's all 10 of them or 15, all of them at once. No, you get one person, one time, but when I go live, if you're fortunate enough, then, and if not, man, you'll need to probably join my Facebook or somewhere like that so you can be notified. I normally tell people that I'm going live maybe on my Facebook, but, you know, if you want that, you need to ask me. Okay, but y'all know the score if you followed. The join button is below. It's $2 or $3. It's very cheap. Okay, all right, guys, thanks very much. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.